Have you ever been at a party or a family gathering, somebody hands you a guitar and then they ask you to play something? And then the panic sets in because you can play the chords to songs or maybe play the melody, but not both at the same time. And it's just nothing that sounds like a complete song. If only you could sit down and play a whole tune by yourself. Well, after this video you can. I'm going to show you an easy solo arrangement of Blue Monk. And as a bonus, I'll show you how to improvise on it too. I'm Dr. George, making jazz simple so that you can play more and think less. Blue Monk is a great tune to use for your first solo arrangement. It's a simple blues, it follows the traditional form, and the melody is easy to harmonize. And because it's a blues, it'll sound familiar to your listeners. The chord progression is basically a 1-4-5 blues. It starts on B flat, goes to E flat, and then comes back to B flat. And I usually will take it up a half step and then back again. Then it goes to E flat, and then E diminished is implied by the melody. And then B flat, back up again a half step in there. And then it goes to the 5 chord, F7, and just stays there. And then once again it's 1, up that half step again, and then ending on the 5-7 chord. So it sounds like this. You'll want to know that chord progression pretty well when you start to play as a solo arrangement. Now the melody is also quite simple. It starts on a D and goes up chromatically up to F. Now we can harmonize that in 2 ways. We can start with the shell voicing, and then we just walk up the bass line. But another option is what I call a chromatic enclosure for chords. We start on the B flat 7, and then we go, just slide it up to B7. But now we're going to jump down below to A7, and then back to B flat 7. So there's our bass line. But because I need the melody notes up here, I'm going to let go of the bass here. I'm just going to play. Next measure is E flat 7, and it's the same exact melody, just up a fourth. Starts on G, up to B flat, chromatically, and then we could simply go, just moving up chromatically. Or we can again use that chromatic enclosure idea. And I tend to like that one a little bit more. We can think of those first 2 phrases as being the question. Here's the answer. And we'll hear that answer each time after each phrase. Now, we can harmonize that like this. But I tend to want to make it just a little bit easier. Instead of jumping down to grab that F, which I can't really harmonize, I'm going to use the C instead. So it's going to be... And so we now have down chromatically and then up chromatically. Now the first time we hear that answer, it has a little tag at it, and so it goes, and it goes back down again. So we're going to take it back down. I'm just going to go down half steps, and And then I'm going to change the voicing so that I have the ninth on the top there. Now we're at the 4 chord, measure 5. You're going to play the same thing that you played in measure 2. And then in measure 6, though, the melody goes from B flat up to D flat chromatically. And it's on the diminished chord, so we'll just use a diminished voicing. And then we have the answer again. And now for measure 9. And we're going to get the answer right away now. And it's going to be harmonized now with an F chord rather than with a B flat chord. I'm going to go ahead and go down to the E flat there. And then this phrase is repeated, starts on 1 the first time, and then it's repeated but starting on beat 2. So there's the whole arrangement. Learning jazz guitar shouldn't just be about scales, chords, and theory. It's really about playing songs. And that's what we do at Jumpstart Jazz Guitar. You'll learn a tune a month and have it ready to play. That sounds right? Book a free lesson with me and we'll talk about the tunes you want to play and where you're getting stuck. And if it seems like a good fit, we can talk about working together. The link is in the pinned comment in the description below. This head will only take about 30 seconds, so you want to play at least a few improvised choruses. The key to this is to be an illusionist. That's what Joe Pass said. We can't play melody, chords, and bass all the time. We've only got 4 fingers, not 10 like a piano. So you'll have to play each just enough so the listener hears it even when it's not being played. Okay, so here are 3 easy techniques you can use. The first is stop time. Play a chord on the downbeat. And then play a fill after that. Now when I'm playing the 1 chord, I'm going to be using kind of a major blues sound. With some blue notes, of course. And then when we get to the 4 chord, and mostly the 5 chord, we'll be playing a minor blues. Now you can punctuate the chords on the downbeats of each measure. Or you can punctuate just one and use a complete stop time and play a 4-bar phrase. Now your second technique is to use chromatic approach chords. We want to play enough chords so that we're hearing what's going on, and adding the chromatic approaches make it sound like the bass line is happening too. And so we're just moving up and down half steps. And playing them in time. The third idea is to add some melody notes to your chords. I use rootless chords for this, and so I might play. Now you're going to want to mix this up as much as you can. I rarely play any one idea much longer than 4 bars. And it's because we want to keep that idea of the illusion happening so that they're hearing the bass line, they're hearing the chords, and that they're hearing the solo. Now the tag is built in, so you can just add a retard to the repeated phrase at the end. and then end on my favorite blues chord, the 13 sharp 9 chord. Now, with just a little practice, you'll have a tune that you can proudly play for anyone, and you'll be ready to start digging into other tunes too. Have any questions? Drop a comment below or book a free lesson with me. And if chord soloing is what you're into, you'll want to know more chords, so check out this video.